6 years with Alice, 3 as her husband. Thought we had it all. But what happens when the person you trust most hides a double life? How did a simple Google Maps timeline unravel my world in an instant? Stick around to find out. Welcome to Addy Story, where we share real-life stories that touch the heart and inspire the soul. Subscribe now to join our community, relax, and dive into the stories we have for you. Enjoy. 6 years together, 3 as husband and wife, and I truly thought we could make it last. Yet, those you trust most can strike with a force that leaves you reeling, caught off guard in the most unexpected ways. A shocking revelation. My wife's double life unraveled before me, all thanks to Google Maps timeline. My world shattered in an instant. At 29, I stand beside my 27-year-old wife, bound by the memories of our college days. I'm immersed in the world of technology. She's a nurse, and our life is beautiful. A 2-bedroom apartment, a dog, everything we dreamed of. Before I began telling stories, I had no idea the medical field was so notorious for infidelity. Before you drop a tired remark about how it's the individual, not the job. Private investigators and divorce attorneys suggest that the profession could be the hidden force driving these spouses to betray their partners. I believed I found my soulmate. We discussed children, a future home. Now, reflecting on it, I see my naivety, my blindness to the truth just 2 months ago. My wife, Alice, mentioned a girl's trip, a reunion weekend in Los Angeles with her college friends. I'm not one to take charge. I've always stood by her, giving her the freedom to forge her own friendships and pursue her passions. Her excitement was electric. Work had consumed her. Double shifts at the hospital leaving her drained and on edge. I believed this trip would be perfect for her, a chance to relax, reconnect with friends, soak up some sun. 4 days, Thursday to Sunday, just Alice and her college friends, Beth, Charlotte, and a newcomer, Charlotte's co-worker who had just moved here. I packed her bags and drove her to the airport. She radiated excitement, her words tumbling out as she envisioned Venice Beach, new restaurants, and the thrill of shopping. Just the usual chaos of a girl's trip. That's when everything took a strange turn. The first day was a whirlwind. She texted, "Just landed." A few pictures flash across my screen. Hotel, view. Ordinary, yet my heart races. Then Friday night hits, and silence descends. What do I always tell you, everyone? Notice every red flag, no matter how faint. They'll claim she was just with her friends. She was swamped. Forget it. Each day holds 24 fleeting hours. These women type 100 words per second, nails 4 inches long. Unbelievable. I promise, I'm not desperate. I don't crave endless messages. Yet Alice often reaches out. Sleep well. Especially when she's on the road Friday night, nothing. Saturday morning, silence stretches until 2 p.m. Her message arrives, "Hey babe, having so much fun. We'll speak later." No details, no images. Silence surrounds their actions. For her, it's unsettling. She typically shares it all. Her food, the sunset, those fleeting, hilarious moments with friends. Another Saturday night, the cycle repeats. I called around 10 p.m. their time, hoping to say hi and check on the trip, but it went straight to voicemail. I thought perhaps they were lost in the chaos of a loud club. It's nothing to worry about. But then Sunday arrives, and she's meant to leave that evening. I text her, anxious about her flight. Hours stretch endlessly as she remains silent about the ride from the airport. When she finally arrives, It's just delays. She may not return until the night falls. This is when my instincts scream that something's wrong. Okay, your instincts are sharp. Trust them. They're likely spot on. Alice has always been meticulously organized when it comes to travel. She would have sensed the flight delay long before, crafting backup plans in her mind. This sudden, chaotic message felt so unlike her. I took a leap into the unknown. Examine her Google Maps timeline. Listen closely. We navigate with Google Maps, our accounts intertwined for family sharing long ago. I had no idea Google Maps tracks my every move, as long as location history is active. Alice activated it. I opened Google Maps on my laptop, logged into her account. I accessed it again, heart racing as I clicked on the timeline feature. My heart raced at the sight before me. Sunday evening. She stands alone at Los Angeles International Airport, the world around her fading into the background. All right. That aligns perfectly with the flight delay tale. Then something strange caught my eye. She was at the airport that morning around 7 a.m., then vanished and returned. It's utterly baffling. Why would she be at the airport early Sunday morning if her flight was delayed that evening? Thoughts spiral out of control. I trace back through the timeline to Friday and Saturday. What I see leaves me stunned, questioning everything. Friday night, she vanished. The timeline reveals her at a residential address. That's clearly not their hotel. I press the location. It's a stark apartment complex, just 25 minutes from the vibrant pulse of Venice Beach. Saturday feels like a relentless echo all day long. She's at the same place, a quick stop at the hotel, then back to another spot. The timeline reveals her paths, the duration of her stays at each location. Her arrival and departure felt like a heartbeat, each moment echoing the essence of her journey. I opened Instagram, my heart racing as I scrolled through my friend's trip post. Consider this. Sometimes the truth about your partner's fidelity lies in social media. Beth shares a flurry of stories, typical girls' trip moments, poolside fun, lavish dinners, and the thrill of getting ready for a night out. I sensed something was off. In the tales from Friday and Saturday night, just 3 girls remain: Beth, Charlotte, and the new girl. Alice is nowhere to be found. Captions read, "Missing our 4th tonight, while she's off doing her own thing. Wink emoji included." What does that even mean? Living fiercely, unapologetically herself. I capture every moment before they vanish forever. I dive into Charlotte's post, and it's the same story. 3 girls, never 4. A tale unfolds. Your friend leaves you behind for other plans. I'm falling apart. I scrolled through the new girl's Instagram, barely knowing her, but her story mirrored my own. Then something caught my eye, and my heart froze. On Saturday night, a video captured 3 girls at a rooftop bar, their laughter echoing against the skyline. In the shadows, I catch a glimpse of a figure resembling Alice, seated at a table with him. I replayed the video countless times, desperate for a clearer glimpse. Just seconds, shrouded in darkness. Her hair, a fleeting glimpse. Her laugh, a whisper lost in the music. Sunday night, 11 p.m. At last, Alice is home. She seemed fine, thrilled to see me, raving about the trip's wonders. Her words faded into the background as my mind fixated on the discovery that consumed me. She can't stop raving about this restaurant. They arrived at the beach club. The night unfolded, and Charlotte lost herself in the drinks, leaving them no choice but to carry her home. Every tale unfolded as Google Maps pinpointed her at that random residential address. Silence engulfed me that night. Words escaped me. I questioned if my feelings were too much. Perhaps logic has its place. But on that Monday morning, after she walked out for work, I chose to upend it all. I dialed Beth's number. Years have passed with Beth by my side. She stood by us on our wedding day, and we've shared countless moments together. She was the only one who could be honest with me. The conversation begins innocently. I inquired about the trip and expressed my gratitude for her care of Alice. Then I finally asked the question that had been gnawing at my soul. What did you all do Friday and Saturday nights? Her words danced around the truth, leaving shadows in their wake. A heavy silence lingers, thick and suffocating. We went through the motions, nothing out of the ordinary. I can hear it in her voice. It's different, charged with something deeper. She feels the weight of unease pressing down on her. Absolutely. Your Instagram stories seemed like a blast. It struck me. Only the three of you appeared in nearly all of them. Another pause. Silence hangs heavy as her voice fades to a whisper. You need to have a conversation with Alice about this. Speak to her about what I can't. This isn't my role, but you're a good person, and you deserve more than this. And then she hangs up. It was inevitable. What's the phrase that lingers? Kindred spirits unite. Women rarely betray their friends. My eyes are glued to the screen. Her silence screamed my deepest dread. I step away from the grind. This is uncharted territory for me, but I crave the truth. I dive into Google Maps timeline, unearthing the hidden details. I tap on the residential address where she lingered through Friday and Saturday. She arrived Friday night at 9 p.m. and didn't leave until Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. She went back to the hotel, then headed to the same place on Saturday night. I grabbed the address and searched for it. The apartment complex is lovely, just a short 20-minute drive to the beach. I began by digging into the address online, scouring social media for any posts tied to that place. After an hour of relentless searching through Instagram, I finally uncovered the truth I sought. A guy, Benjamin, shared balcony photos on Instagram Friday and Saturday. The view and layout of the apartment complex eerily align with where Alice was seen on Google Maps. I click on his profile, and just like that, he's in Los Angeles. He's 33 in real estate and somehow connected to Alice. How can I be certain of this? Her presence lingers in his photos, a haunting reminder of what once was. I've never seen pictures of Alice from those late nights at work or outings with friends. A photo from 3 weeks ago haunts me. Alice, smiling, with Benjamin at a lavish restaurant, finally persuaded this stunning woman to abandon her partner for a genuine dinner. I vomit in my car. I drove home, lost in thought, but my search isn't over. With this revelation, the pieces of the puzzle snap together, igniting a fire within me. I scan Alice's phone bill online. As an authorized user on our plan, I have access to call logs and text records. Countless texts and calls have flooded a Los Angeles number in the last 2 months, perfectly matching Benjamin's area code. The timing of these calls is chilling. Midnight whispers while she lay beside me, stolen moments during lunch that stretched endlessly, and urgent calls when she claimed to be buried in extra shifts. I gather it all: screenshots, phone records, Google Maps, timeline history, every detail laid bare. It makes my stomach churn, but I must have evidence. Accusing her feels wrong, yet the weight of the evidence crushes my doubts. Alice has betrayed me, entangled with Benjamin for 2 months. The girl's trip was merely a facade, a deceitful escape to be with him for a long weekend. This is the way it must be done. Suspect infidelity. Collect proof before you face them. Alice walks in from work Monday night, her demeanor utterly unchanged. She shares her workday, asks about dinner, and makes plans for the week, as if nothing ever changed. I observe her closely, grappling with the enigma of her performance. How can she meet my gaze, feigning normalcy, after 4 days with another man? At last, I've reached my breaking point. What was it like being with Benjamin? She stands still, heart racing. What did you just say? I inquired about your moments with Benjamin in Los Angeles, at his place. She spins, heart racing. Her mind races, calculating what I know and what she can still refuse to acknowledge. I have no idea what you mean. Seriously? Your Google Maps timeline reveals you were at his apartment Friday night and most of Saturday. Your Instagram is filled with his tags, and your phone records reveal countless calls and texts exchanged. In an instant, her expression fades into a haunting stillness. So, you're silent. She comes back, asking, "What do you want me to say?" What comes next? Words fail to capture it. Inexplicably, Alice shatters utterly. Not the polite tears of shame, but the raw, gasping, snot-filled collapse of despair. In that moment, she lays bare her soul. It began 2 months ago. A simple DM from Benjamin after he spotted her in Beth's Instagram stories. A spark ignited, and everything changed. They exchanged messages, made calls, and met in secret while she pretended to work late. It was his suggestion for her getaway. He proposed she disguise it as a reason to be with him, keeping me in the dark. But this is the moment that shatters me. Alice confesses she intended to leave me all along. The affair was deliberate, a choice that cut deep. For weeks, she had meticulously crafted her escape. Benjamin was relentless, urging her to leave me and start anew in Los Angeles. She planned to wait until our release in 3 months, then drop the bomb and vanish. I sit in silence, watching my life unravel before my eyes. She keeps saying sorry, insisting she never wanted me to discover it like this, that she planned to tell me eventually. She says she loves me, but the spark is gone. Hours slip away in a charged exchange. She points fingers at our relationship, claiming we're drifting away from each other. She stirs up conflict. Months ago, we had claims. I failed her, but I refuse to accept the blame. If she felt pain, we could have fought for it. We might have sought help together. She opted to betray, deceive, and scheme her way out, never allowing our marriage a true opportunity. The days blur together, consumed by a relentless anger. Alice's at her sister's, waiting as we decide what comes next. I reached out to a lawyer and began the painful journey of divorce. Breaking the news to our families and friends is the toughest. How do you explain that your marriage crumbled because Alice was leading a secret life? Days later, Beth reaches out, her voice heavy with regret. She discovered Benjamin on Friday night of the trip. Alice vanished to see him. Beth confronted her, but Alice pleaded for silence until she could find a way to face it all. Beth is tormented by the weight of her secret, even for just a few days. She claims the entire friend group is appalled by Alice's actions. Therapy has been my lifeline since everything fell apart. The betrayal isn't just in the act, it's in the deceit that follows. Every day, Alice met my gaze, masking her true self with a facade. Did I overlook the signs? She had grown distant, her interest waning, always glued to her phone, taking on extra shifts. I trusted her without a doubt, never questioning it. Thank goodness for Google Maps. It spared me from losing even more precious time. If I hadn't looked that Sunday night, she would have trapped me for months before slipping away. I'm thankful I discovered the truth when I did, but the pain remains. 6 years of my life lost, 3 years of marriage wasted. I'm improving, concentrating on myself, slowly mending my trust. Yet, I know it will take time before I can even consider dating again. Here's where justice unfolds. I refuse to silently accept the chaos. If Alice was intent on shattering our lives, the world would know the truth. She thought she could wait 3 months, make it look like we simply drifted apart. But I wouldn't let that happen. I refused to let her dictate the story. I shared a brief update on Facebook, straightforward and to the point. Alice and I are ending our marriage. For 2 months, she's been unfaithful, using a girl's trip as a disguise to be with her boyfriend in Los Angeles. I exposed her, tagged Beth, Charlotte, and our mutual friends. The post exploded, leaving her family in the dark, bewildered by the chaos unfolding around them. In an instant, her co-workers, our shared friends, all discovered the truth together. Alice exploded with rage, accusing me of being cruel and intent on destroying her life. Yet, I feel no remorse. After months of deception, I could no longer shield her facade. Benjamin clearly wasn't thrilled about being thrust into the spotlight of her family and friends. He was completely unaware of her marriage. She revealed her separation and the impending divorce when their conversation began. Upon discovering the truth, that she was still with me and deceiving us both, he cut ties without hesitation. Alice lost both her husband and her boyfriend in just 1 week. Alice was no mere villain. She was a nurse, a guardian of life, exuding care and trustworthiness. The 5 professions where infidelity is most likely to occur. First, the brave souls of public service, police officers, firefighters, and military heroes, pilots and flight crew, the heartbeat of the skies. Third, the healers, nurses and doctors. 4 entrepreneurs. 5 bankers. She was caught in a web of 2 lives, each a stark contrast, yet she held them apart in her mind with a fragile grip. What chills the spine is her unsettling proficiency. It sparks deep thoughts about the nature of relationships, doesn't it? Do we truly understand those we hold dearest? For anyone facing a similar struggle, my advice is clear. Follow your instincts. When something feels wrong, it usually is. Don't overlook the warning signs just to hold on to hope for someone. If your relationship brings you no joy, face it like an adult. Confront your partner. Resolve the turmoil or part ways with truth. Learn from Alice's mistake. The truth has a way of surfacing no matter what. In that moment, you forfeit not only your bond, but also your honor and the faith of those who believed in you. I'm okay now. I have my own space now. Reuniting with friends, I finally feel alive again. Healing will take time, but now I face the truth, no matter how painful it may be. The truth is your only path to progress. In just 60 days, the divorce was done. 3 years was all it took. In this no-fault divorce state, we simply parted ways, each lost in our own silence. Thanks for watching this story on Addy's Story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss a new tale. Stay tuned for more, and until next time, take care and keep living your own amazing stories.